India is a source, destination, and transit country for women and children subjected to sex trafficking. Most of India's trafficking problem is internal, and those from the most disadvantaged social strata. Economically weaker sections, lowest caste Dalits, members of tribal communities are the most vulnerable. Thousands of unregulated work placement agencies reportedly lure adults and children under false promises of employment into sex trafficking.
I think one of the reasons that sex trafficking exists in today's world is the existence of gender-based hierarchy in our system. Now, a gender-based hierarchy system basically puts an individual at a different level based on their economic condition, or maybe based on their race, class, or simply based on their gender.
In addition to traditional red light districts, women and children increasingly endure sex trafficking in small hotels, vehicles, huts, and private residences. Traffickers increasingly use websites, mobile applications, and online money transfers to facilitate commercial sex. Children continue to be subjected to sex trafficking in religious pilgrimage centers and by foreign travelers in tourist destinations.
Prime destinations for both Indian and Nepal female trafficking victims include Kolkata, Mumbai, Delhi, Gujarat, Hyderabad, and along the Indian-Nepal border. Nepali women and girls are increasingly subjected to sex trafficking in Assam and other cities such as Nagpur and Pune.
Wherever there is poverty, conflict, and gender inequality, women's and girls' lives are at risk for exploitation. Human trafficking is a heinous crime that shatters lives, families, and dreams. Poverty is one of the largest contributors to sex trafficking. It can drive people to become traffickers. It can drive parents to sell children or other family members into slavery. People in poverty are targeted by traffickers who offer them a way to earn money when in fact they will actually earn nothing. Poverty also plays a large role in many other root causes of trafficking, driving people to migrate, making education and legitimate work difficult to obtain, making recovery and safety from disaster impossible, etc.
People from economically disadvantaged classes and belonging to the categories of SC, ST, OBC are more likely to fall victim to such ill practices.
Some corrupt law enforcement officers protect suspected traffickers and brothel owners from law enforcement efforts, take bribes from sex trafficking establishments and sexual services from victims, and tip off sex traffickers to impede rescue efforts. Some Nepali, Bangladeshi, and Afghan women and girls are subjected to both labor and sex trafficking in major Indian cities.
Experts estimate millions of women and children are victims of sex trafficking in India. Traffickers use false promises of employment or arrange sham marriages within India or Gulf states and subject women and girls to sex trafficking. Khushi Sinha, Lake City Live, Bhopal.